What did Armand just say?
He makes good TV.
I don't think any of us in the show are good role models for humanity.
No.
No, nigga. You are not a good role model for humanity. You. Don't say anything during his interview. Oh, I can't wait for them to ask you a question, Armand. I'm not even going to call you by your actors, like your real name. You're Armand. And right now, you need to shut the fuck up. You need to be quiet. Just sit there and let all the other adults talk. Don't say anything, Armand. What's good? How's everyone doing today? How's my Dark Lakers doing? I thought it would be a really cool idea to react to the San Diego Comic-Con 2026 Interview with the Vampire Season 4 panel. This is going to be my very first time viewing this. I just thought it'd be exciting. I actually wanted to go to San Diego Comic-Con, but I couldn't go. Too busy doing other stuff. But since we're all sort of getting ready for this, premiere of Queen of the Dam Season 4, I just thought it was fitting for my channel and all of you people out there who are passionate about the story like I am to just review and see what the cast members have to say. See what kind of questions IGN, actually, this is an IGN production. See what kind of questions IGN is going to ask the cast members, because it's one thing to just basically, see the characters in the story, but it's another thing to see the interactions and the thoughts that the actual actors have about their own characters that they are portraying. So I find that kind of stuff interesting, and I figured maybe you would too. Now, before we begin, there are some honorable mentions, right? Because I just started this channel and I'm really trying to get it out there. I'm trying to share my passion with everybody, build a community, gain a following, and just chat with everybody. And some of you have been chatting with me about this show and giving me information about things that I didn't know about because I didn't read the novels yet. So I just really, really appreciate that. And I really wanted to just give a shout out to all of you. Well, not all of you, but some of you who I've been communicating with recently. If I have conversed with you and I didn't mention you, I'm sorry. I apologize for that. I'm just going off of some of the select few that I have recently conversed with, because that's what's on the top of my mind. So the first honorable mention is going to be Scara Bay 4 was good. Is it Scara Bay 4 or is it Scarab AE4? Are you a Halo fan? Because if you're a Halo fan, it would be Scarab. But I think I'm gonna go with Scara Bay 4. Sorry if I messed that up. But no, thank you for interacting with me here. I really appreciate it. I want to give a shout out to Judith Horvath 887. Hope I pronounced that right too. Judith Horvath 887. And then there is Lolita Hansen 1682. Oh, and of course, I'm not all city shy. You got the details, man. And I need that. You are helping a brother out. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart interacting with me about this show. Also, I got to say the same for Andrew Fort R7K. Thank you so much for giving me any information I need about the show and just projecting and expressing your passion. Thank you to all of you. I really wanted to shout you guys out. And I know I've conversed with maybe some other individuals here too. I apologize. I'll get to you next time. these were the, top few that were interactive in my past 3 or so videos. So, but still, seriously though, I appreciate all of you. And from now on, please consider yourselves Dark Lakers. All right, guys, let's get right into this thing. I'm so excited to see this. I know you are too. Let's get into these actors' heads, right? Let's see them behind the scenes. Let's see what they got to say, what their mental state is, if they're going to spoil anything. Let's just see what's going to happen.
Might get a little spoilery. It's kind of hard to, get into that. So just cover your ears, but also watch it. You haven't even been able to talk about like season 4 happening. You can't acknowledge that. Obviously, there's the old kind of Comic-Con special of can't say anything. What is one thing you can say about what's next for your character in season 4? Sheila, ladies first.
She's very angry.
Okay.
And
all right.
She means business. I don't know. That's kind of it.
Okay.
I mean, she's got a very singular vision, so I don't know. She's trying to kill a few people,
Yeah.
She is the answer, though.
Right? Well, apparently she thinks so.
I think so too.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Do you want to join the? Do you want to join a little crew? Yeah.
Okay, so like that's a good jumping up. Her
Nigga trying to get brownie points and shit. Be quiet, man. You're already a celebrity, okay? You don't need any more points, bro. Damn. I think so.
mantra has become like an affirmation. Like people jumped on that, and I feel like maybe she's not the best role model for humanity. But I'm curious, like, what are some qualities that your characters have that you find, like, what's one that's the closest to you, and then what's something that's diametrically opposite? Like, Louis obviously got a lot of humanity. What in there is Jacob, and what in there is not him at all?
I think I have, like a sort of secret mean streak in my head, like where sometimes I watch things and I have like a really savage thought about it, and then I have to like hold it in, and I think that's something that me and Louis share,
Okay.
Like pop.
This dude is a psychopath in real life. Yo, some of that gray worm is coming out. That's crazy.
Culturally, not like about people.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Eric, we've seen the most of you as a human, so.
And also, strangely, the story of Daniel parallels my own personal life. So I've been like in the 70s, I was kind of dissolute and then kind of pulled myself together. And
hold on, I gotta pause for a second. Yeah, it better not parallel your real life. It better not, because I don't like your character. I don't like you. So it better not parallel your real life, juxtapositioning the character. It better not. Are you guys with me? Am I tripping? Am I going too far? Ooh, I mean, look, listen, the actor's doing a great job. The actor's magnificent. He's a great actor. That's why I have this emotional response. Because if he wasn't a great actor, then I wouldn't give a fuck, really. You hear what I'm saying? So that's cool. I appreciate the performance of the craft that he's projecting. He's just doing it too well. And he's now saying that it parallels with his real life. Ooh, boy.
then I was old. And then I ended up sort of going, I don't know what the fuck to do with myself.
Whoops. Hold on. My bad. Y'all need to see it too. Okay, here we go.
And then they got in touch with me and said, how about doing this TV series about Interview with a Vampire? And then I had a reason to live again.
And he's got like more vampiric as the seasons have gone on.
Yes.
As a person.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait for them to ask you a question, Armand. I'm not even going to call you by your actors, like your real name. You're Armand. And right now, you need to shut the fuck up. You need to be quiet. Just sit there and let all the other adults talk. Don't say anything, Armand. I'm gonna try to watch it because it's not that short of a video, so we'll see what happens. Oh
Yeah, and angry, very angry. I definitely share the angry thing with Akasha. I'll be pretty angry too going into the fourth
Could
season.
be right.
Basically, we've just all said we're angry.
Great.
That we're all angry people.
Angry
Yeah.
is good. Angry makes good TV.
I don't think any of us in the show are good role models for humanity.
No.
Really.
That's what's so good is like they become so likable, but then they do something awful, and you're like,
no, he didn't. No, he didn't, bro. We're gonna backtrack that just like a little bit, just like a wee bit, just like a little bit. What did Armand just say?
that's what's so good is like they become so likable, but then they do something awful, and you're like, can't go in there.
Good role models for humanity.
Good. Angry makes good TV.
I don't think any of us in the show are good role models for humanity.
No.
No, nigga, you are not a good role model for humanity. You. Don't say anything during this interview. Just be happy you got a job as an actor. I don't like you. You see what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's not even the show. It's real life and it's the actors. And I'm getting so pissed. I'm getting so angry.
Really.
That's what's so good is like they become so likable, but then they do something awful, and you're like,
Yeah, even IGN knew to put the clouds over the screen. Let's move on to the next thing.
can't go in there. Let's talk more about Daniel and Armand. There's something going on there. The devil's minion. People want more of this.
Let's talk more about Daniel and Armand. No, let's not talk about about Daniel and Armand. Okay. Let's talk about Queen Akasha. That's why we're all here. Let's not even pretend like we're not. Okay, we're here for that. All right. No more Daniel and Armand. Okay, but let's see what they got to say.
Your antics, doing stuff like someone's going to clip that out and make a GIF of it and post it on Reddit and this reaction thing. Can we expect to see more of that relationship explored in season 4?
Better believe it. Yeah, we're only partially there.
We have ideas.
We have all kinds of ideas.
And I know Hannah has ideas. Yeah, it's gonna be fun to explore. But also I think it's gonna be Sheila's overarching thing it's gonna affect it, I think, in some way. But
I would imagine so. I mean,
yeah, there's
some repercussions there a little bit. So this is a story that takes place across multiple time periods, out of order, and it's got multiple unreliable narrators, which is a lot to keep track of. But I also imagine it's kind of it gives you some variety as an actor. What is your favorite sort of iteration of your character? Be it like time period, maybe it's another character's view of that person. Which is your favorite kind of version of Louis?
I got to do so much in the first 2 seasons, and I love everything I got to do. But I've really enjoyed this season playing like long table Louis.
Yeah.
Like Lestat's nightmare vision of Louis. That was really fun.
Yeah. You
That was the mean streak coming out again. We're like...
Yo, hey, listen, don't be around this dude. Listen, I got love for this guy, man. I'm happy for him. Happy he's working, man. Anytime you got a black actor out there, just being successful and doing shows and movies is always a good thing. You know what I'm saying? For any actor, really, but just as a black man, I'm like proud of the dude. Any person out there. But yeah, this dude is just like it's something that's creeping out of this guy. Like this dude is like evil, bro. Yo, And it's like if you look at all of their faces, you feel me? Like they're like, just be careful, man. Watch what you say. I wonder if I can just like make this bigger. Yeah, there we go. You see their faces? He's like, whoops. Daniel Molloy is like, be careful. Armand is like, don't make the same mistake I made. And Akasha is like, yeah, this is what I want. Be, know your truth. Express it. Yo, that's hilarious, bro. Oh, okay. This is actually more fun than I thought it was. It's not just this. It's not just this. It's that too. It's this. It's this. It's gonna be so much fun reviewing season 4. I cannot wait.
Eric, what about you?
Well, you said what is not like me, and the part that's not like me is the courageous journalist who's willing to risk it. I mean, he's risking his life, and that is my favorite. That's the thing that lets me keep playing this guy, is that there's a story to get, and I'm going to get that story, even if it's, tremendously risky. Now he's a vampire, so I don't know. He's still trying to get the story. These guys are so full of unknowns. You can keep digging forever and never get to the bottom of who they really are. And that's part of the fun of telling these stories.
Who's more fun to play, a journalist or a vampire?
No, I love playing the journalist. I love playing the journalist who's in peril. I love that whole thing. It has been... it puts me in a fun place because I have to keep making decisions that may get me killed, but may also get the story.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I
actually found that interesting. Yeah, definitely. And was that Armand about to speak? Yeah, I think it was Armand about to speak.
He loved, and this was a long time ago. I feel like we've sort of never really. I've never really properly thought about it too much until now, but I really loved at the beginning of Paris, beginning of Armand and Louis' sort of romance, whether it was healthy or not. But I really loved those scenes. I loved.
So let me get this straight, guys. So AMC hired a bunch of psychopaths for the actors. What? Whether it's healthy or not. I liked it, whether it's healthy or not. Whoa. Maybe that's why this show works, because these actors are like their characters in real life. Whoa. Whoa. Like, yo, that's crazy, bro. Their meet and greets must be wild or scary. But these people are like this in real life. They're like this in real life, guys.
Loved outside the Havoc house where everyone was dying, and us doing that, and the little moments, walking on the Seine and stuff like that. Like,
yeah, everyone was dying and stuff like that. That was beautiful. I like that. Whether it was healthy or not, when everyone was dying. I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to make fun or mock the actors. I just find it absolutely hilarious. And I don't know if they realize this, but their actual real selves are juxtapositioning and paralleling the characters, like at a high frequency right now. Like, is it just me, or when I see him, the actor, I know he's the same as Armand, and I don't like Armand, I don't like Armand.
I know it kind of made me. I love playing those sort of helpless romantic bits because they're fun, and yeah, those were really nice to do that.
Sheila, we haven't seen a whole lot of you, but I guess is there a less intense version of Akasha, or is she just going to ramp up?
She's probably ramp up.
Okay, all right.
But I'm intrigued to see exactly what you're talking about, how we frame it in terms of whose memory. Obviously, that's the stat memory of her, and you know, how much of that do we keep? How much of that do we tweak? I don't know. I just, there's so much to play for. I think that's what's so nice about you just getting a snippet of her before. You know,
She has some beautiful skin. She has beautiful skin. Interesting. She has an interesting accent too. But yeah, are those? I never knew she had tattoos like that. That is so cool. Wow. Hold on. Her tattoos are badass. Oh, that's cool. I just wanted to pause that for a moment. Sorry, guys. We'll get right back to it.
the big reveal, and obviously her then coming into the present day. It's just, yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to be.
So hypothetically, if we were to get, more seasons sort of from different characters' perspectives, the first two were a book interview, and then this last one was a rock documentary. What's like another media format that you think would be an interesting way to tell your character's story in particular? It could be, YouTube documentary, Comic-Con panel.
Comic-Con panel,
yeah.
for sure, is...
Just a bunch of people doing like little stories and then cutting away.
I can imagine Akasha live streaming everything she's doing. Hi guys. So
I can imagine her like doing a radio play. I think it's quite like because it's kind of methodical, and I think she does everything on her own time. And there's something kind of relaxed and almost like terrifyingly sophisticated about sitting down and listening to this cozy
late night podcast.
Yeah, late night podcast about her plan to eradicate men. I think that's
She likes music, but it's throwing some audiobooks. Why not?
Yeah, there'll be musical instruments.
Yeah. Sure. So you talked about having a golden peacock painting from the set and how there's so many practical things out there. Akasha's obviously got a huge collection of trinkets and treasures. Have the rest of you acquired anything cool from the set, or pilfered anything, or just asked to take it home? Or?
I took Molloy's version of the book, Interview with the Vampire. Yeah, I was like, we have to have a copy of the book with Daniel Molloy's cover, and so I've got that. But I didn't get anything else.
I stole a bottle of water from my dressing room one time, but how does that count?
That was $17.
It's like, I'm trying to like this dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to like this guy. Don't say much more, man, because I respect y'all as actors. You stole a bottle of water, bro. That's the best you could do, bro. God dang, I don't like you, bro.
I don't know. I'm stoked you guys are here. It's a really fun show, and I'm just dying to see what your characters do next. It's a shame that Sam couldn't be here. He's doing a play right now.
Yeah.
One of the first things we saw from this last season was, or I guess heard rather, was a cover of Billy Idol's "Dancing with Myself," which we then got in the show, and it was such a good, it makes sense for the character. Let's say the gang goes out for karaoke. What's your character's go-to karaoke song?
Karaoke song.
Ooh.
Yeah. Would you say the karaoke song is what the character would like, or is it like a song that represents the character?
Dealer's choice. I guess that would be me. It's your choice. I don't know.
I think "Getting Away with It" by Electronic would be Louis' song. It's a good song to sing as well. It's fun.
Highway to Hell. I don't know.
Really? Okay. All right. I feel like you could crush some Lou Reed.
Yes. I'm on a highway to hell. You are right. You are right. And because you're honest, Daniel Molloy, you earned some points with the Dark Lake. Okay? with the Dark Lake edit. You earned some points here, and I hate you a little less now. But yeah, that was a perfect song for you.
I just that's kind of
Yeah. You can see the.
It could be like a thing about us, like, oh, what a lovely day I got to spend it with you, killing people.
Yeah, and it would have been because I've inserted it into your brain as your favorite song. I think.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me. Thank you, Armand. Thank you, bro. Thank you for reminding me that you would have put that in his brain because you were manipulated. You. Thanks for. I'm trying to sit back, relax, guys. Whoever's watching, and I'm trying to appreciate the actors and enjoy this, and it's a lot of fun actually. But stop talking, bro. Like, I don't want to feel negative emotions right now. Just go along with it and say positive stuff, bro.
I think it'd probably be something really, really old and without words. So something like.
It's your karaoke song.
But yeah, let your imagination do it. And he'd do all the music. Yeah, he'd just play all the music through his mouth.
Through his mouth. Oh, I thought you were going to say play all the instruments, but no, just.
No, just.
Would the sound of the instrument come out of your mouth where you had your mouth like, or would you be going?
Yeah. Would you sing the instrument?
Maybe it's one of the powers of Armand that we haven't seen yet.
Gift of medieval beatboxing or something.
He's like the police academy vampire. The sound effect vampire.
I love that.
I know Akasha's song. Akasha's song is Shove by L7. Ever heard that?
I haven't.
Get out of my way or I'm going to shove. It's a pretty great punk song.
I'm going to go listen to it.
Yeah.
I was going to, I don't know, maybe it's a bit of a cop-out because it's got Queen in the title, but Queen of the Night by Whitney Houston, I think is pretty.
Nice.
You know?
Is there...
It was.
That's facts. That is facts. Have you ever heard that song? You need to get on that.
Is there any piece of media that you would recommend fans seek out aside from the source material that you feel like pairs well with this last season or where the show is going?
Anything from the media?
Any like a book, a movie, a record,
Well, I just saw Bride and I was knocked out. We agreed that that's a pretty cool movie and that's pretty punk rock Bride of Frankenstein movie. I could see a double feature with one of our things with that. Yeah. Good energy in that piece.
I struggle to find anything that really compares to what we've got going on.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, I have that problem too. I don't know what to watch.
Right?
Yeah.
What would you say? Would you?
Oh man, no one cares what I'm going to say. They want to.
I care. Come on.
I mean, off the top of my head, I don't know.
You don't care, Armand. Be quiet, bro. He just basically told you, bro. Like, no one cares what I'm going to say. I'm here interviewing you. And then you reply and you say, I care. You don't care. You're trying to do a mind game again. It's wild how you're really like this in real life. They should watch out for this dude, man. Like in real life, watch out for this dude, man. Oh.
Preacher, the comic. I always loved that spin on vampires.
Yeah.
Preacher.
It's also I feel like that was coming out around the same time as the original Interview movie, and I kind of it lives in 1994 in my head. I don't know. I thank you for coming by. I love this. This is really cool. I'm dying to see more of the show. You've all been a delight, and the Vampire Lestat just wrapped up on AMC and AMC Plus, and Queen of the Damned will show up hopefully sooner than later. But right now, there's more Comic-Con coming up right here on IGN.
Hey, that was a lot of fun. Wow. That was so cool. Okay, guys. That was so much fun, actually. I had a great time reacting to that. But it's alarming. I'm not even gonna cap. It's alarming. I thought it was just gonna be kind of jokey. Psychologically, each and every one of the actors revealed the psychology behind the characters. And it literally coincides with who they are in real life. This is rare for that type of psychology to be revealed in an interview with an actor, but there's 4 actors, and maybe they're just really, really playing the part well, trying to sell the show. If that's the case, they've done a great job, especially Louis. They're selling it for me, man. Oh, wow, that was a lot of fun. Tell me what you guys thought of this reaction to the IGN San Diego Comic-Con 2026 interview with the vampire / Queen Akasha season 4 review panel. Let me know what you guys thought of this. Do you guys like this type of content a little better than the other content I'm doing? Also, please, if you enjoyed the video, right, and you also love this show, please give your brother a like, share, and subscribe. I also want to hear your theories down in the chat right now. Go to the chat, go to the comments right now. Tell me what your main theory is going to be for how Queen of the Damned Interview with the Vampire season 4 will end. That's what I want to know. And I already know, like, a lot of people here have read the novels. However, I think that question still applies to you because a lot of the times the visual adaptation of a novel changes some of the aspects of the novel story. So do you think that they're going to actually stay true to the novel Queen of the Damned, or do you think they're going to veer off into another direction and be a bit more artistic for a new audience? That's what I'm so curious about, and I want to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much for being here with me tonight. This is the author, Lake Sevens, and you were in a Dark Lake edit. Let's go.